Yeah, we're gonna see how well this kind of formulates here. Game 1, Fallout taking on the #1 place, the Ohio brothers here, seeing if they can put another Mar into the armor of the Ohio brothers.
It looks like a good game. Great draft from both teams here. Without the, except for the carry pick over the Brody, I feel like I really like both comps. I see both win conditions clearly. I think the test here is going to be Midnight's F4LLOUT, right? If Midnight can have a good game and get going on Kadita, this could be a whole different game for them.
Yeah, we do see a little bit of an engage there. At least Melody doing a great job trying to get vision, at least trying to see where the side of Ohio brothers are starting up on the map. The only problem here, oh, you can see down there already a little bit of a gap as Anna hasn't finished down the rotation yet, hasn't been able to go to the purple buff as Amardis has already started on the Ord. Oh, Yureshi comes in with that Petrify, lands it onto Uzi, takes him down to about half health.
Well, let's take a second and look at Yureshi's build. High and dry, Petrify, kill, focused, lane coming in, and we love to see this adaptation from Arlot. In the early stages of him played in the pro scene, he was always tanky, he was always fighter, building pool tanka, and it wasn't working. These players have shifted to a more damage-focused Arlot, playing the assassin side of this assassin fighter. Now high and dry, Petrify in the lane. Lapu's good into Arlot, but man, he's going to have a lot of help. This Farce and Martyrs are going to be in that lane nonstop.
Yeah, and what this tells me right now is that the Ohio brothers are going to start things off early and they are not going to let up until the job is done. So look for them to get a stranglehold on and look for them to go ahead and start an amazing amount of pressure and not let up. Still 20 seconds left on this first turtle.
Yeah, and I talked about earlier, it's if Midnights gets going, but I think maybe even a bigger point is if Kaja gets going. If Kaja can find Divine Judgment, we have a dive.
Yeah, Uzi is going to use that flicker. Does get caught in here, and that might be all she wrote. Great. This is what we were talking about. The great amount of synergy from the side of TOB already costing or getting them a first kill.
And it seems like there's no answer from the side of Fallout here. They're not prepared for that. They're at Turtle, but there's already 2 members of Turtle there outnumbering you. You didn't go make a play on the bot side. You reacted to this top lane play, and now you're outnumbered in your own play.
Yeah, and already Yureshi does a great job of zoning out Anna, and this is going to be a free turtle for the side of Ohio brothers.
It's really tough for an Arlot to get ahead. He's going to be nerfed soon, I believe, in the patches. But for an Arlot to get ahead, high and dry, Petrified, there is no more kill-focused laner in the game, I don't think. And Lapu, he does have 4 now, so he will have that ability to flicker out of things, but he's going to have that Bravest Fighter to be able to have the CC negation. So he plays really well into Arlot, but Arlot's already been accelerated. And in the pro scene, it's never a 1v1. There's always somebody in the bush. Somebody's always coming to your lane to rotate in that fight.
Yeah, and that's going to be the biggest problem here is those rotations. Shark does catch a little bit of damage there, but is going to be able to negate that CC and walk right through it.
Where is Mello? We need this Divine Judgment paired up with some damage here. Right now, we're babysitting Guapsi to make sure he has a good lane phase, but now you have vision on Mello. We know you're not making a play on the top side.
Yeah, and you do see a great patience by the side of Shark, or by the side of TOB there. Shark doesn't actually go in there, just kind of doing his job, getting some vision there. We do see Midnight's checking that bush, does spot out Shark. Anna goes ahead, puts on some damage, but isn't really in a position to go ahead and bring on the chase.
Full vision. Shark, again, doing his thing. Look at him, just walking and getting vision. Oh, Mello's down here still. You're good top lane. You can go in on Lapu.
Yeah, and now we're kind of continuing this on right now. Fallout doing the best that they can. You see them, they are not making the same mistakes here. They are way behind the first tower. They definitely know that this the Ohio brothers gank is coming. Guapsi not in the best position here, but Melody definitely primed to go ahead and counter this gank. Great job there by Fallout to not get baited out into the same thing that happened up on the top lane.
I love when True Vision comes out and everybody sees everybody and they're like, oh yeah, hey, we thought you were here. We were just making sure you're there. Hey, everybody gives a wave and then we go back to farming our lanes and we'll reset. We'll try to rotate again. Best player, level 7, a level ahead of Honor right now, doing a great job of finding an advantage in farm.
Yeah, and speaking of which, we do have Shark here in a bad lane between 4 members of Fallout. Does catch himself a death, and Midnight's going to go ahead and pick that up. A little bit overconfident was Shark, but he does open up this turtle for the side of the Ohio brothers. Fallout, Anna not really going to be able to do much. And you see Uzi on the back line, but they are going to go ahead and clean up lane. This is another free turtle for the side of Ohio brothers.
I think wisely they give up that objective. Yes, they get the kill, but they're late in the movement towards Turtle. They're down here playing around the bottom lane. I really like this change from Fallout. Now reacting to the plays of TOB, making their own plays. Yeah, maybe get a turret. What if we dive Leslie? Now Grok has to haul down to that bottom lane and give him more protection. Great moves from Fallout in this early game, weathering a lot of the pressure of these early game rotations coming out from Hoon, coming out from Shark with Total. Almost is like he's seeing the vision we have here.
Yeah, and this is the interesting thing for me is I expected them to kind of be a little bit more aggressive, try to get those kills and try to go ahead and make this like a snowball event. However, a very more patient the Ohio brothers here when it comes to these engagements. If they don't find it, oh, as we say that, we do have a pop-up there followed by a feathered airstrike. Wopsy gets taken down, in comes the rough waves. This is going to be enough as Best Player goes ahead, uses that mortal coil to get himself out of harm's way. Anna comes in with that Thorned Rose, does not catch anybody, but more to negate the damage, and CC possibly coming in there. One clean kill for the side of Ohio brothers, and then they disengage.
I have to say, like, I don't think it's a lack of aggression from the side of Ohio brothers. I think they're rotating, they're signaling to make plays, but they have this one little last check, and then they realize, oh, Fallout's playing really far back. They're really prepared for this, and Fallout playing into this very well, very defensively, and they're hanging on. Honestly, they haven't let a snowball go through. Yeah, it's a 2K gold lead, but it could be so much worse when the early game Martis, Farsa, Arla, it could be so much worse. I have to give props to Fallout here, weathering the storm thus far.
Yeah, and doing a great job when it comes to these. This is what we've been talking about, is these rotations. Fortunately, Fallout, we've seen it before. Oh, actually, Best Player kind of coming in here, definitely trying to take this out. You see Anna does get refused, so she doesn't get that purple buff. Best Player going to walk away with a free buff.
Yeah, and Lance really needs blue. Now, Tank Slot's going to have a little bit of exception to that because he's building items like Dom Ice, like things, Thunderbolt, things that have a lot of mana into it, right? Hoon, maybe caught by a wild charge, but he gets baited. Midnight dives and gets rocked. That's such a... And Kadita wants to dive. Every time that Farsa ult comes out, Kadita's going right in there under and trying to pop her, but Hoon, just a little bit a step ahead of the play.
Yeah, you see a Fallout with a decent position. Glopsy does show himself a little early there. Melody forced to come out there with some damage. And on the obvious side, you do see that concealed play by Shark as he's inching forward. In comes Anna, puts a little bit of damage on there. This might be a little bit of a bait. Oh! Anna being able to take out the turtle with that retry. Great play by Anna to get in there, use that Thorned Rose, and then retry the turtle.
Ana is so nasty. That was a 3v1 and gets the turtle. When your jungler is able to, like we talked about in the draft, avoid all this CC that's coming out from the enemy team, and Ana making it look easy.
Oh, she does get CC'd there, and as well is going to use that Thorned Rose and the Phantom Execution to get out of dodge, but does lose a tower in play for that.
Oh no, I was just talking about the amount of pressure, but then Kaja dives, Mello doesn't find the target, and now in a 3v2.
Oh yeah, Melody tries to put on the damage, but down comes Hoon with that feathered airstrike. Mortal Coil, Best Player comes in with that decimation, able to find a kill, and also another kill on to Midnight's. Best Player zooming around the map, gonna make short work of this bottom lane, and I expect the Ohio brothers to go ahead and continue the push.
Oh no, we were talking about like Mello's really important in this game to get going, those divine judgments with the flicker, and he flickers under turret and misses it. It was off camera, burns the spells and misses it, doesn't get Leslie, and then TOB slowly collapse on them and take the free kills. It's really rough to see Mello in the spot. 0, 1, and 1, hasn't been really involved with the game and needs to get picks.
Yeah, you can see right now a lot of damage going on to Shark with that speedy light wheel. Hoon comes down with that feathered airstrike from the back line. Best Player coming in onto the flank, putting on the damage and now forcing Melody to get out of dodge. Here comes the rough waves, not able to get it out as Melody or Midnights gets shut down before they can activate that ultimate.
They're walking in 1-by-1 private, trying to make plays like 1v3, 2v3, things like that, and they've broken away from this very passive defensive play style. And TOB's like, yeah, sure, we'll take the kills, no problem. You want to fight 3v2? Sure thing, no problem. And we'll farm more. And your mid turret's gone. Now, looking for that top turret to complete the outer ring of turrets to all be down, then maybe bring it into a lord. Look at how Ohio brothers chain objectives.
Yeah, not just chaining objectives, but a great map awareness. They knew that a wave was coming up at top, so that's the perfect opportunity for it. As I speak of that, Ana gets caught out. Is going to go ahead and get a little bit of CC on them, and they are powerless to go ahead into this Lord. We see that Bravest, or that Sniper, come out and gives vision for the side of the Ohio Brothers. Coming in, are we going to be able to get it? Best Player still picks up the first Lord. Ana still in the thrill of things. You see Best Player trying to put on the damage, takes out the Litho Wanderer. Now is trying to continue the fight onto there. Gonna go into this bush, does catch 3 members of Fallout. Still not able to put on a decent amount of damage. It is a 1-7 game in the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, Guapsi still has a lot of that. I don't know if Uzi knew he was in vision or not there. Just going to get picked off by, I mean, Leslie, when that ult comes out, she has vision of you and they jump down. But I want to highlight Shark's gameplay right there when the Lord was getting very low. Burns the Wild Charge Flicker just to CC Ana for a second. So it's a clean retreat. And Jungle's a team.
Yeah, we're going to see as we jump right back into this, hopefully fixing out any type of MS issues that we're having, and we are getting right into the fray. Lord crashing into the mid. Yoreshi takes down Ana. That is 1 down for the side of not for Ackerman, or not, oh my gosh. we kind of flew into this for the side of Fallout. Now we're going deep into it. Hoon putting on the damage with that feathered airstrike. We are still down to the high ground towers, but looking at the pressure, Best Player going ahead, putting on, looking at that attack speed right now, going in, picking up the kill onto Melody, who dared stand in the way of their tower. Beautiful engagement there by TOB. They decide not to continue here. A very safe little engagement from them as they're going to go ahead and reset on the map. As I say that, they go ahead and get a couple pot shots on to Fallout.
Oh my lord. Yeah, using that feathered airstrike to zone people off of turrets and then going for the chip damage. And I feel like Mello kind of like lost place in this game as he locked in fleeting time. He'll have that ultimate sooner, but I feel like I haven't seen the picks out of him, and there are a lot of targets here that he can pick. You can grab the Martis, a tanky version, but still, you can grab him. You can grab the Leslie. You can grab Hoon. There are targets for you, and I feel like Mello hasn't found those yet. In Fallout, they only have 2 kills, and Mello's got 2 assists.
Yeah, almost getting to about a 10k gold lead. He's trying to put the damage on the Ana, but I mean, that tanks a lot, so it's a little bit wasted. Shark does land a stun on the 2 members. That's going to open it up for Guapsi to be taken out. Melody's going to find a quick escape, but that is a 4v5 right now. Are you going to have enough to withstand this next push? I'm not even sure the Ohio brothers are really looking to push into here, more or less looking to zone out the rest of Fallout for this next Lord.
Now, this is what I like in friendliness of recall banner. It feels like when one team's recalling the other, it's not friendly, right? But when both teams are recalling to each other, you feel that sportsmanship, even at this level, even 12-2. You could see that between these 2 players honoring each other.
Yeah, and we can see here right now, what I love about the Ohio brothers here, especially even just the little things here, their placement. When they were trying to push into that mid tower, even the placement from the Ohio brothers was a perfect amount of distance to go ahead and negate Midnight's dashing in there.
There it is.
Oh, as we talk about that, a big pop-up onto Melody, who thought that conceal play was going to fool them, but the Ohio brothers showing their wiseness, go ahead and find it out, land a beautiful pop-up from Shark, and then go ahead and dispatch.
That's the second flicker ult that Mello has missed onto Basic. And Basic, I mean, he didn't flicker, he didn't like run. Mello just whiffed twice. And so maybe that Kaja comfortability isn't there because it's happened twice now. And I want to look at and highlight a different point, actually completely different. It's the change of Arlot. Arlot today has been on fire, and it's because he's been building damage, and it seems like finally in our meta in NACT, we figured out how to use Arlot 4-0 here.
Yeah, and what a great thing too, it was Shark. That is why those last 2 Flicker Divine Judgments have failed. He saw it coming, and he prepares for it. Basic actually got caught, but Shark was in a position, used a wild charge, and you saw Mello go up into the air and just get stopped and stomped out. So it's just such great reading by Shark, and we could talk about it until we're blue in the face, but we have an engagement happening here with the Lord coming down at the bottom. We make a dispatch of the next high ground tower. Down comes the feather airstrike, trying to get a great pop-up down there. Is it enough? Hoon in a little bit of trouble. Uzi onto the back line. They are trying to go ahead. Great peeling from the side of the Ohio brothers. brothers, and they dispatch of Uzi. Guapsi still trying to put on the damage with that speedy light wheel. They're trying to clear out these minions. We see a little bit of a Thorn Rose from Ana is going to go ahead and negate some damage. Beautiful Divine Judgment does land on the best player. He is going to go ahead, use that Mortal Coil to get himself out of harm's way, and now Ana is in the midst of it, gets a kill down now. We can see Hoon laying down, trying to zone out the rest of the Fallout. They are going back, topping up in the base, but are they going to be able to withstand this next push? Minions coming from the mid and top right now as you see Hoon clearing out that top wave. One more high ground tower for the side of Fallout. Putting on the damage in the mid is Guapsi. He's already activated. Oh, gets caught out and basically finishes the touches. Yoreshi comes in and gets taken out. Hoon still putting on the damage, does take out Midnights. We are down 1-3. That is one more left for the side of Fallout. Is Melody going to be able to stop it? I don't think so. This is going to be a dominating game for the side of the Ohio Brothers. They are putting on the damage. That's going to be game one for the Ohio Brothers, showing you why they are the top of NA right now.
And we talked about what Fallout could do in that game, and it just wasn't enough. TOB